Sometimes you want a bowl of chocolate, and sometimes you want a bowl of cereal. But how can I stay keto and enjoy both? Every once in a while, I really want a bowl of cold cereal. I miss the crunch and the cold milk. It was the morning staple in my house growing up, but I didn't really like that 2-hour crash that came afterwards. And even those packaged keto cereals that are out there still don't fill me up. That's why I love to make my own. This cereal is loaded with fat and a bit of protein to help keep you satisfied. And it's chocolate flavored too, so it's like you're eating a bowl of Cocoa Puffs. Now let's get to cooking so I can show you how to fix your cereal craving. We start with a large bowl. Add 1 cup of chopped macadamia nuts, a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans, a 1/2 cup of sliced almonds. And now's a good time to mention that if you have a nut allergy, this might not be the recipe for you. A 1/2 cup of pumpkin seeds, 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts, and for sweetness, I like to add 2 tablespoons of sugar-free sweetener and then 2 tablespoons of sugar-free brown sweetener. And I'll have the ones that I use listed down below in the description box. And then to give it that chocolate flavor, you can add 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, but I like to add 2 scoops of cacao bliss from Earth Echo. I partnered with Earth Echo for this video because I like adding a little bit of something extra to my cereal. Cacao bliss is just a raw cacao powder blend, but it also has something else. It has superfoods in it like turmeric, Himalayan salt, cinnamon, MCT oil, and lucuma. The combination gives cacao bliss a unique flavor and a little bump in nutrition. That's why I like to use it as a substitute for cocoa powder in many recipes. If you want to try cacao bliss, I'll have a link down below in the description box for you. You can save 15% off your order when you use my code KetoFocus. Just head to earthechofoods.com/KetoFocus. After this is mixed up, let's set it aside and we're gonna work on a binder for our cereal. The simplest way to bind your oatmeal together to get it to stick and have that crunch is to use egg whites. So crack open your eggs to separate the egg whites, but make sure you save those yolks because you can use it for something delicious like Caesar salad dressing, which I do have a recipe on my website, KetoFocus.com. Just Google KetoFocus plus Caesar salad dressing and you'll find it. And if you get some of the yolk into your white, no worries, just try and get it out or start over. Then we beat these whites together with an electric mixer until soft peaks form. And then we'll add it to our cereal mix. Now I know a question you're already asking, do I have to use those exact nuts? And the answer is no. That's the beauty of this recipe is that you can customize it with whatever nut blend you want. You can add more of one nut, less of another, substitute out one nut for another nut. It's nuts what you can do. Also, why is Woodstock sleeping? He should have a bowl and spoon ready because this recipe is almost done. Next, we spread this out onto parchment lined baking sheet and then we bake it at 250 degrees for 45 minutes. And when you first take it out of the oven, it's still gonna seem soft and not crunchy, but don't worry, we're gonna let that air dry for several minutes to cool and it will harden up. Then we break this up into chunks. This is a great activity for kids, but you can also use a knife, especially if you're a hand model and you don't want to risk your career. Store your granola in an airtight container. It will stay good for up to 2 weeks. And this also makes a delicious treat without having to add nut milk. But I do recommend the milk. I use macadamia nut milk. This cereal holds up in the milk. It stays crunchy until it's all gone. It's the perfect breakfast solution when you don't feel like having bacon and eggs. Speaking of which, I did a whole video on keto breakfast ideas that aren't bacon and eggs. Just click right here to watch. Wake up, Woodstock. It's time to eat. Oh, a big bite. Really big bite.